Hey everyone, it's Ken with Ken's Creations. Well, as you can tell from the intro to this video is going to be about spinner cards. That's right. The intro to this video was a spinner card I created, and those spinner cards are everywhere. They're on Facebook, they're on YouTube, they're on Pinterest, and I fell in love with them and I couldn't wait to make one. Problem was, all the tutorials were using Stampin' Up! Products, and I don't have Stampin' Up! Products. I've never used Stampin' Up! Products, and I didn't know what to do. So I decided I should make a file, and that's what I did. So I went over to CRICUT Design Space and did all my research, and I came up with this file, which is a card base here, and then you have your spinner part, which is where your penny goes, and then you have the base of the spinner part to hide, you know, where the penny is. Now, this is for Design Space, but don't worry, I also created a Silhouette Studio version 2 and 3, and I created an SVG file. So I have everyone covered. You can get this free file over at my blog, which is www.creativeken.blogspot.com, and you can then make your own spinner card. Now, I'm going to show you how to put this together. You're going to need some adhesive pop dots. You're going to need 2 pennies. I know, go break your piggy bank because you're going to need them. And then you're also going to need some SVG files or some cut files to decorate your card. I obviously give you the card, but you're going to need to use your imagination to decorate the card. I use moon and stars and make my card. However, the file I give you is just the card. You don't get everything else. Sorry. I just give you the card. I know, that's very sad. However, that is what it is. But it's going to be magical. Whatever you create is going to be magical. So, in the video, I'm going to show you how to put this all together. It's super easy, you guys. This was a very easy card, and the end result is stunning and magical. As soon as it was done, I got so many compliments on it. So, anyways, go to my blog, download the file, import it into Silhouette Studio, import it into Design Space, cut all your pieces out, and then watch the video so we can put it together. You're going to absolutely love it. I know you are. So let's go ahead and jump over to the video so I can show you how to put it all together. So I already showed you the design for the spinner card. I've cut out all the pieces. I've included in my blog post, which you can find at the bottom of this video, the file for the CRICUT Design Space file, the SVG file, and the Silhouette Studio file. So we have the base card, we have the backer behind the spinner part of the card, which is right here. We have the moon, we have the clouds, we have our star, and then we have our sentiment. So we have everything ready to go. Now, the actual file I've given you is just for the actual spinner card. So it's these 3 pieces here. And then you can design whatever to go with it. But this is basically what you need. And this has been designed perfectly for a penny to fit in there. And that's really what you need. This is what it's designed for, is for a penny to spin down there. And so that's what you really need the file for, and then you can of course design it however you want. So I'm going to quickly design this card to show you how it goes together. They're really simple. These have been popular for quite a few years. Real simple, but I'm just getting into them, and so are a lot of other people, so let's get right to it. So this is your base. And I'm going to go ahead and start with my star. And the reason why is I'm going to be doing a lot of layering with the moon, and I have to make sure my star will fit under my moon. And what I mean by that is I want my star to disappear behind the moon. So I want to make sure my star will fit behind the moon. So we're going to go ahead, and the way you do your penny is really simple. We're going to use these pop dots. And I get the pop dots at Michael's. They're just the Recollections collection. And I'm going to use the largest size that comes with the assorted size. You just stick that in the middle of 2 pennies. So right like that. Just like so. And there, you are good to go. And that's what you do. And then you can use anything. You want to make sure your item obviously covers the penny, because you want to hide that penny. And I've seen some people get really creative on what they've done. I've seen some fishing themed ones. I've seen all sorts of really cool themes. And then basically you can use glue. I just use tape because I don't like to wait for glue to dry. And you just affix it to the penny. This is just terrifically tacky tape, and it does the job pretty good. The penny, because it is a penny, I've noticed some glue does not do very well with it, and this seems to do pretty good with it. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this. And then I can get rid of anything I don't need. And then you just want to make sure you center your penny, because you really don't want to see the penny at all, of course. And then I have two more layers. I have this star and the other star, and I already ran these through my Xyron 1.5 Create a Sticker, which is one of my favorite tools in my craft room, because it puts a nice even layer of sticker on here. And I was going to ink these edges, but I decided to use stickles instead, because I'm kind of going for a nice nighttime moon love theme. Alright, so there is the spinner part. So this is, like I said, going to go right here, and that's ultimately the effect we're going to get. But what I want to do is I want to raise the moon up enough to where the star is going to disappear behind the moon. And that's the trick. So what we need to do is, when we're designing the rest of this card, we want to make sure we do that. So let's go ahead, before we do anything else though, and let's go ahead and construct the rest of our pieces here. I did ink these edges, so as you can see there, those have been inked. So for the sentiment, I did use my CRICUT Explorer, and I did the I love you to the moon and back. I used the CRICUT fine tip pins, and make sure when you do that you attach your writing to whatever you're doing. And I think I'm just gonna run, well, I think I'm gonna actually use my AGT gun here. Now I think originally how these cards got started was through Stampin' Up, I believe. At least in my research, a lot of Stampin' Up demonstrators were doing these. And it looks like they've been around for quite some time, but like I said, I've just gotten into them. Alright. So, our ultimate goal is to raise up the moon enough. So we're going to have to raise it up good with 2 pop dots to have it hide behind there. So let's go ahead and do that. just want to make sure we try it because we want it to hide behind there. And it does. Perfect. So I did have to make a little bit of an adjustment here. Before the edit, I had the pop dots up here and the star was hitting it. So we had to move the pop dots down here a little bit and adjust my cloud down a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and move this off to the side. And the next thing we need to do is go ahead and mount this. Now, I added this piece to the card, and the reason why is if we were to just put this, you're going to see that polka dot behind it, which I don't want. I want the solid blue, so I'm going to go ahead and I have a wide Scotch ATG gun that I absolutely love because why wouldn't you? For card making. And we're going to go ahead and center that in the card. And then using pop dots again, we're going to go ahead and lift that up. So I'm going to use some nice wide ones and I'm going to go ahead and put them in all of the corners. And there it is, you guys. And I wanted to go just behind that moon, and there it goes. So there is your penny slider card. The file can be found at the bottom of this tutorial, and you can get it on my blog for free for SVG, Cricut Design Space, and Silhouette Studio version 2 and 3. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you're checking out my blog over at www.creativeken.blogspot.com. Make sure you're checking out all my YouTube videos and make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and you're checking out all of the other videos. Make sure you're checking out my Twitter page, my Facebook page, every place on the internet that you can find Ken's Creations. And thanks for taking a look at today's spinner card project. Go out there, create something magical, and thanks so much guys. I adore all of you. Alright, thanks guys.